So rapper Dillinger was on the All the Smoke podcast with Matt Barnes, and he talked about the time that they got Michael Jackson high. Let's go ahead and get into it.
Anita Baker. That Songstress album. The Chronic album. You know, some Luther. I like some Antonio Jobim. I like jazz. And I like all kind of music. I'm a producer, so I can listen to anything.
Anything, yeah.
Who was your childhood crush?
Diana Ross was bad. She was bad. As a youngster, then you get older, and then you go to Holly Berry when she had the little short haircut.
Lord.
And then, you know what I'm saying? And just any woman with some ass. You know what I mean? I feel, growing up like, damn, she bad. The school teacher, she bad as a motherfucker, just learning.
In her own little
growing
way.
up, you know what I'm saying?
Can you give me your top 3 favorite songs you've made?
Tupac, of course, Snoop Dogg, and like Helter Skelter. You ever heard of them, that rap group? Rocking them, Sean Price. Yeah. I mean, my catalog goes, with Scarface. I got a song with Scarface. I got, I got a song with Biggie that never came out that I got on a what's that called? 8-track, ADAT. Motherfucker, that equipment is so old.
The DAC machine is old.
Yeah. That DAT machine, put the DAT machine.
Yeah, that shit old.
So just like that, just a bunch of music and stuff, and I got remixes with Kenny Lattimore that I did, and that could you never find another love as good. I did that remix back in the days. A bunch of remixes was good back then. Yeah. If you was the remix king.
It was different back then.
And most definitely.
Top 5 producers.
Top 5 producers: Dr. Dre, DJ Quick, myself, Easy Mo B, Hank Shockley, and the Bomb Squad back in there. I got a bunch of slew of people because everybody do something different, you know what I'm saying? Like Sir Jinx and, other producers that I learned from, and, Quincy Jones, like #1, then Dr. Dre, you know what I'm saying, as far as that, because he worked with Frank Sinatra and jazz and all that, and just say my mother, you know what I'm saying? The way she writes songs and put it together like that, you know what I'm saying? And that's where I learned from, how to play the piano. And then my daughter played the piano. Her name is Desmond Dillinger. She like, fuck making records and all, I'm finna make keyboards. You know what I'm saying? Well, people buy the keyboards, and then she got sponsors and, apps and stuff like that. So, just different things in life, you know what I'm saying?
Would have got an opportunity to.
Sade, we seen her one time, and Michael Jackson. We seen him, we smoked him out.
Really?
Yeah, he was at the award show, he stuck in there, hey y'all. Dog, you want to hit them? No. Our trailer was right next to his thing. And wherever his people was, and that was back when we was young, we was smoking zigzags then. We was blowing it out.
So anyway, that's Dad's talking about smoking. I thought he was going to say he got Michael Jackson high. That's what I was waiting on. I thought he was going to say, oh yeah, we got Michael Jackson as high as hell. He's passed me I just can't see. Michael didn't do that kind of stuff. I can't see Mike smoking. I feel like he was just so much into his craft that I think he probably looked at that shit as like, nah, that'll fuck up my voice and messing me up as far as like, I can't see him doing that. I figured that probably had something to do with it. So apparently they was at the Soul Train Awards, I guess, and Michael had his trailer. They have those trailers in the back for all the different artists, and that's like presenting or performing. And I guess Michael's trailer was next to Snoop's trailer, or and Michael stuck his head in to say what's up to Snoop, and they was in there blazing. And you gotta think, this is probably back when they was in their 20s. So that whole trailer probably was smoked up like a mug. You know what I'm saying? Young Dad, Snoop, and Corrupt, and the rest of whoever was with them, they probably had, and they rich. They probably had pounds of weed. They probably had that whole thing smoked out. Mike probably snuck his head and they was like, ooh. Mike probably got a contact and said, hee hee. Anyway, that was a horrible joke. Anyway, this is from All in the Smoke. What y'all think about this video, man? Leave your comments, subscribe to the channel. Hit that thumbs up button. Hee hee.
Now, some are celebrating the fact that Diddy was found not guilty on his most serious charges by even putting baby oil on themselves in front of the New York courtrooms, while others have expressed disappointment. Lunel is one who didn't hold back with her reactions and took to Instagram to share her thoughts. Via Instagram story, she would ask, "Excuse me, but what is everybody cheering the F about? Like, seriously." Here, Lunel seemed to be responding to many who assume Diddy will walk free just because he was found guilty on the much lesser charges. Little Boosie was one prominent figure who showed excitement over Diddy's potential release.
Man, I'm so glad Diddy free, bro. You know, the reason is because I'm tired of seeing us black moguls get took down like that.
He hasn't even been
like,
sentenced yet.
And I'm tired of seeing us black people go against us black moguls like that. And I feel like if Diddy was a white man who done all this shit for people, you know, I know he ain't paid people, but if he done all this shit for hip-hop, if he was white, they would have had so many white people out there protesting for this man losing his life behind a relationship, you know.
I mean,
because I'm thinking about 7 children. Y'all thinking about one person. I'm thinking about these 7 kids who've been in my kid's position.
For those who share the same thoughts. She would go on to elaborate on her Instagram story in an official Instagram post writing, "So ladies, we're dead in the water. People are cheering for this nasty, man. Nobody, and I mean nobody cares what men do to women. It's sad as F to me. All his enablers and helpers, they just get to skip away scot-free. Hurry, run and get your baby out and let the freak-offs begin again." Now, interesting enough, most Lunel's comment section would disagree with her, with many pointing out that Cassie and Capricorn Clark were paid off and comparing Diddy's crimes to those of Hugh Hefner, Jeffrey Epstein, and Donald Trump. One user would add, "Lunel, can us women start taking accountability?" While another would write, "Hugh Hefner did it and no one complained at all, and Cassie settled for the coin, not justice. She should have led the example for all women instead of taking a payout." One more user would say, "Your felony having president was on an island with Epstein and underage girls. Where's the talk regarding that?" Now, Lunel did have some supporters on her side, with some online users agreeing with what she had to say while expressing sorrow with the way the world and American court system works. One user would write, "Women are so hard on other women. We are quick to say they didn't leave or deserved it and was willing to be a part of it. Cassie was young and she was getting beat. She was scared, but that is forgotten. Just like when women die by the hand of the man beating them, women say, why didn't she leave? Hell, she was scared. Some leave and still the man harms them. I have never been in this situation, but Diddy isn't a good person at all." Now, this isn't the first time that we've seen Lunel speak out against Diddy. If you can recall, just as the allegations really hit full steam last year, she would deface a picture with Diddy in the office with devil horns. And her caption then would say, "Nuff said, boy bye, hashtag justice for KP." So the latest verdict definitely doesn't sit well with the veteran comedian. On Wednesday, Diddy's bail would also be officially denied by the judge, and now the trouble mogul has to wait till October to hear his official sentencing. So what do you guys think when it comes to the verdict of Sean Diddy Combs, and what are your thoughts about Lunel's reaction? Do you agree with her stance? Let's talk about it more in the comments below. Let's save the day for the latest news in comedy, culture, and sport.
Comedy hype, man. They finna make this man wait all the. They usually do the sentencing maybe like a week or so after they do the verdict, right? He gotta wait till. Because it's just the beginning of July. You got to wait 2 months before he can get sentenced. Damn, they finna give him some time. That's why they denied bail. He finna get some time. He may not get the whole 10. I'd be shocked they gave him the whole 10. If they give him 10 years. But they probably only give him 5 years. That's why the judge denied his bail, you know. Because like, no, motherfucker, you ain't finna get house arrest. You finna stay right up in here. See, anybody else, they would have gave house arrest and he would have been able to get bail. Tell you, man, they are doing this because this is like, I agree with a little bit what Boobies was saying. He became a rich, independent mogul. They don't like that, you know. Regardless, now he put his hands on a woman. So he should get justice for that, but they couldn't charge him with that. Only way they could have charged him with that if that would have came out maybe 4 years ago. So you can people want him to go to jail for stuff that he wasn't even charged with. Linnell wanted him to go to jail because he saw that video of Cassie getting her hands put on her. She probably was a victim of domestic violence herself, probably too. So that triggered something in her. So she wanted him to go to jail for something in regards to what happened to Cassie, but he wasn't charged with that. It was already past the statute of limitations to be able to charge Diddy with that particular domestic violence crime. So she pulling for just anything, let the man go to jail for anything. That, you know what I'm saying? That's not fair. You shouldn't do that, but I don't know. That's crazy. They're finna make this man wait all the way into October to begin his sentencing. They're finna give him some time. He's not gonna go home and get house arrest, you know. But the way they doing things is they showing you exactly. This stuff never happens. They always, if he got that many convictions, you know, transportation and prostitution is calling up an escort service. This is what they got him on. Calling up an escort service in a place that is not allowed to have prostitution, where it's not legal. New York, and
like
calling the person up on the phone and sending a car to go pick them up. He probably, you know, Diddy got money. He probably sent the Uber or sent the car to go pick up the people that he wanted, the people that were selling their bodies for these freak-off parties. That's transportation and prostitution right there. Him just, hey, coming to the party, they're already selling themselves underground. Prostitution in New York is legal. It's illegal. And you're soliciting to it, and you're transporting them by car to your freak-off parties. They shouldn't give this man 20 years for that. That's 25 to life for that. Because they were saying that each sentence he can get 10 years apiece, but he'll end up doing 20 because he got convicted for the two charges of transportation and prostitution. Yeah, it's seeing this trial and how people, like they say, Hugh Hefner, Epstein, Trump get away with all this stuff, and seeing how they cram down on black men and do the same thing and make them public enemy number one. It makes you realize exactly what one thing is, that this system is corrupt, and the evidence is in your face. We keep going back and forth, especially to brothers. You know, when you get to a certain amount of money, you become a threat. Diddy became a threat, making all that money, when you hit billion and you're a black man in America, that becomes a threat. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, we only have but so many billionaires in America. Tyler Perry better watch out next, because they already kind of steaming for him with this thing going on with him and the homeboy that he gave a job to. So whoever, end up working with Tyler Perry, be careful, because they coming after the brothers. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, what y'all think about this video, man? Shout out to Comedy Hype. Go ahead and subscribe to their channel. Subscribe to my channel, Charles Arnez World. And hit that thumbs up button. I'll holler at y'all later.
Looking for a professional photographer for your next big event? Need video of your special day? Then look no further. For $100 an hour, have a professional photographer or videographer shoot your wedding, birthday party, quinceañera, bar mitzvah or bat mitzvah, anniversary party, or whatever your special occasion may be. Highlight your event with professional, crisp photos and video. Check out Charles Arnez Photography on Instagram, as well as book us for your next event. Must live in the Southern California area.
It looked like Gene Simmons. And I said, I walked back, I said, Gene. And he's like, I said, yes, him. That's right. He said, how are you?
Oh my
I said,
God.
hey, man, I knew that was you. They said, yeah, it's me.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
What? Death Row Records.
Oh, yeah, the Death Row store. Yeah, Snoop stores over here.
Oh, Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, Snoop Dogg. You got a store over
Snoop
here.
Dogg's and the Doghouse. Wow.
It's over there, yeah. Yeah. Matter of fact, he owns that whole that shopping center is his. He owns that.
Matt, you're fine. We're there.
Right.
Calm down.
Even some of the names sound real snoopish. We got the churro store,
Then you got a barbershop called Getting Faded.
Getting Faded.
So, I think Snoop owns that too, probably.
So where does he live?
I don't know. But I remember him buying this before this was built, which was smart.
Oh.
Yeah. He bought this shopping center before this is all was built over here.
That's so funny. Is that the stadium right here?
That's
Over
the
on the other side of it.
They had the Forum, right? Or the SoFi.
SoFi.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, that's the shit. The Forum would be too small for Metallica. Many fans as they got.
Oh, Death Row Records store.
Hey, there you go. Now you caught up.
So, oh yeah, wait, Snoop was with them for
Yeah, because every time we go to like Ross or like TJ Maxx, they always have like Death Row Records shirts.
Yeah.
Oh really?
And,
Yeah.
they always have like the.
Welcome to No Face City.
Want to see all of Los Angeles in one day and get some cool professional photos all at the same time? Check out the LA Experience. You will have your own personal driver / professional photographer who will pick you up from your location and take you from downtown LA to Hollywood, to Beverly Hills, to West Hollywood, Santa Monica, Venice Beach, and then back to your original location. All while taking professional Hollywood-style photos of you and your party. The LA Experience is a private tour for up to 4 people in our clean, compact SUVs. The LA Experience private tour
for
is
just
only
$400 for 4
people.
hours.
Price includes tour, professional photos, as well as complimentary snacks. Book your private tour now. Spots are filling up fast, so contact us now to book.
Also be sure to check out the dopiest YouTube channel in the world, Charles Arness World.